Hello, what's going on, everybody? My name is Peter, and today I'm gonna present to you this beautiful peanut by Ryder. So, yeah, maybe at first, let me tell you about my first impressions about this one. And actually, my first thought was that I absolutely love the way that it looks. Yeah, this green bone, it looks to me it looks gorgeous and super beautiful. And I'm not sure how should I call this green. Is this emerald green? I'm not sure. So yeah, you need to tell me how would you call this green. But it looks so gorgeous, and to me it looks superb. I absolutely love that. So yeah, of course, at first we look at the knife, but then we always check how it's made. We check the quality. We pull the blade out, and we we need to check the quality. So I would say that the quality here is very decent, because look at that. You have a pretty reasonable half stop here, and then the snap is also pretty satisfying. And the most important thing to me is that there is, yeah, when it comes to slip joints, the most important thing is that that there is no blade play. And here we do not have blade play at all. It doesn't wobble. No left to right, no up and down. So yeah, so I must say I'm pretty satisfied with that. The blade centering is also well made when we're talking about the main blade, which is this beautiful clip point. I really like the shape of this clip point blade, but it actually gets a bit worse when we're talking about a secondary little pen blade here, because as you can see, the centering is not that well made, and the worst thing is that there is absolutely no snap here. Look at that. At least we have this half stop, which is a good thing, but it's well, look at that. There is absolutely no snap. Yeah, but at least it doesn't wobble. We have no blade play here as well, so it is a good thing. So yeah, when we're talking about the quality, I also need to say that the finish here is not perfect, because look at the scales. There are some holes here between scales, but it's not a big deal, at least for me, because these holes are not extremely large. Yeah, but the overall quality, you need to let me know what are your experiences about Rough Rider knives, because I think I own three of them, and I think that they are a bit some kind of lottery, because I own three, and one of them is a bit crappy. Let me show you. I have this one, which is, yeah, we don't have blade play here as well, but the very disappointing thing here is the scales. Look at the scales. Look at this color on this scale, this blue, and then look at this color. It is a bit crappy to me, they are, look at that. They are completely, can you see that? They are completely different, two different scales. And it feels bad. It looks bad. I really don't like that. And as you can see, there are also holes here, which are bigger than in the green one. Oh, this looks bad, It is a bit crappy. Look at these colors. Yeah, so let me know what are your experiences about Rough Rider knives, because I read some comments that there is a bit lottery. Now let's have a word about the materials. So yeah, the steel is 440, which is of course not the best steel that you can get. But yeah, we're talking about, and they are made in China. I think Rough Rider is the American company, but they produce them in China. Um, yeah, but it's nothing bad. I mean, yeah, 440 razor sharp steel. I don't think it's razor sharp, and but I'm not gonna complain about 440 here, because it's just a collector's piece, and we are still talking about very affordable knives. So I'm not gonna complain about that, especially that it's really great thing that it doesn't wobble. There is no blade play. I'm satisfied with that, and yeah, this bone. This bone is actually, yeah, the guy I got it from, he told me that this is a buffalo bone, But you know, I don't really care what exact bone is this. The most important thing to me is that it looks gorgeous, very, very beautiful. I like that. Yeah, and the next thing I wanted to say about this one is the size. You know, it is a tiny thing. Like I'm definitely not gonna carry this. It is way too small. Let me give you a reference. This is Victorinox Spartan, and Victorinox Spartan is way too small for me, at least, for EDC. So this one is like a little tiny collector's piece. So yeah, the weight of this little thing is only 33 gram, which may be a good thing for some people, but as I was saying, this is way too small for me. So yeah, maybe let's check if the blade is, if the edge is razor sharp, as they say. I doubt that, to be honest. But let's check, maybe I'm wrong about it. Ooh, it is kinda... It is surprising. I wouldn't call it a razor sharp, but it is not... to be honest, I expected it to be pretty dull. As you can see, it is not extremely dull. It is rather sharp, I would say. Yeah, I didn't expect that, you know. I was expecting some kind of... Yeah, I must say the sharpness is rather decent, but it's definitely not some kind of razor sharp blade. So yeah, so it is surprising a bit. And yeah, I like this. Can you hear that? It snaps really, really cool. And the bolsters, yeah, they look pretty good, I would say, but I'm not sure if it's necessary to put this R leather in here. I think it would look better without it. So yeah, I think that would be all for today. Please let me know, what do you know about Rough Rider knives? What are your experiences about them? Because yeah, I read some comments that they are a lottery. You can get a very crappy one and you can get also a decent one. We're talking about very budget-friendly, affordable knives, and you know, I must say, for the money, I'm really satisfied with that. The greatest thing is that it doesn't. It looks, of course, it looks gorgeous. I absolutely love the way it looks, but yeah, it is pretty satisfying that it doesn't wobble here. You have no blade play. Yeah, it is a great thing. So let me know what you think about Rough Rider knives. Maybe you find them rather crappy. Yeah, but what I can tell you about my experiences, it is a lottery because yeah, this bone looks great, and this one is completely different. It feels crappy, you know. I don't like that. So I really think that the people are right about them when they say that this is some kind of lottery here. Yeah, it is a shame that this one doesn't have all both scales in the same color. Yeah, so that will be all, and thank you for watching. Let me know what you think, and see you in another video.